All right. It runs. It runs and, well, about blew my hearing out. Well, that little chunk of metal right there, and that little chunk of metal there, and that chunk of metal there, and these chunks of metal here, and the back of the case kicked out there, and that right there is not a good sign. I'm always honest on what happens with my testing and stuff, and yeah, this was just a major disaster. I wasn't sure if my adapter I had made up was going to stay together or not, and it didn't. I got up to about 4,500 RPMs and it shotgunned, but I'd rather it happen on the test stand than on the hovercraft out in the water somewhere. So anyway, yeah, that's what happened here. What the hell is that from? Don't know. Finding bits and debris of pieces of stuff here. Looking to see if there's any other damage anywhere. I don't see any oil leaking. I don't see any other cracks in the case so far as I can tell. Ooh! Oh, not good. Ah, damn, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks a big one. Did it take out the starter too? Looks like it might have taken out the whole starter. Well, that does it. That means I ain't gonna be making the hover end. Ah, shit. Okay, well, that's it. We're dead in the water for a while. Shit. Okay, so here's what happened. I'd made a insert that went into this ring here from an old cast pulley, and obviously it just exploded. You can see what's left of it. So back to the drawing board. That obviously was a fail. What sucks though is it pretty much took out part of my engine also. It cracked the case there, and you can see it cracked it on the inside there also. So, and it broke that little part of the case out. The engine should still run. That is, if my starter will hold in place, because it also took out part of the starter here, as you can see. I don't know if I could just put a fat washer on there and it would hold in place. It just depends if that'll still tighten down since that split out. So anyway, that's what happened. Not happy. Won't be making the hover end. Hell, at this point, who knows if I'll be making any hover ends with it. I'd rather have it self-destruct inside the shop than have passengers and be out on the water somewhere, or just be out on the water by myself and have it self-destruct. So I kind of wasn't sure if my drive assembly was going to hold up or not. Obviously there's the answer to my question. It shotgunned with enough force that it even bent this aluminum. So that tells me what I need to do also there. I need to just go ahead and mill this top off here, straighten the aluminum, and make another plate that would bolt side by side behind it to actually reinforce that even more. So Yeah, it had some force. It actually pulled rivets out of the board here that I had it sitting down on the test stand with. Hi, doggy. Oh, God, the doggy came to see me. The neighbor's doggy. This is community doggy. Yep. Whenever you're depressed, you can always depend on a doggy to make you smile. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'll keep you all posted. This is Merlin, and we're out. I think that about as fine a cut as I can take. Looking pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty good. A little 3-in-1 milling machine lathe combination doing its thing. Sometimes you just have to improvise. I needed to bore me a 1-inch hole in this plate so I can center it on the milling table, on the rotary table. And I found this big end mill I had that was exactly 1 inch, which is what my output shaft size is. But of course it doesn't fit inside this small mill. So I chucked it up in the lathe, centered my hole with an angle plate that I made, and I proceeded to bore a 1-inch hole. And as you can tell, my shaft fits it. So that's a win. That's a definite win. So now what I got to do is I got to put my rotary table back up on the mill and find the center and figure out a way to clamp down the plate, and then slowly mill this square plate round. It's going to take a while, but hey, we're making progress. At least we got that hole bored. I'm happy with that. Yeah. So we've done that today. We've made a new output shaft today. And we've disassembled the engine mount here that was failing. What was happening here is this whole mount was rotating, and even though we had a bolt in there, it still was able to rotate enough to throw the bearing system out of whack. So that's where we're at right now. So anyway, we're making a little progress. We'll keep you posted. This is Merlin. We're out.